Today I'm at Ferrari Maserati of Long Island to check out a brand new Ferrari model, the Ferrari Roma. So let's go check it out. Before we check out the Roma, I first want to check out a few cars outside the showroom. So behind the building here is this yellow Audi R8. Most Audi R8s that I see have been debadged, but not this one. It still has the Audi 4 rings on the front. It also has some carbon fiber in the front here and black wheels. In addition to carbon fiber on the mirrors, and on this piece on the side near the air intake, and of course for this rear wing. There's the 5.2 liter naturally aspirated V10 engine that the R8 shares with the Lamborghini Huracan. The R8 and Huracan actually share a lot of parts in addition to the engine itself. They're very similar cars, but of course one's an Audi and the other one's a Lamborghini.
He's laughing. There's plenty of people that we spend tens of millions of dollars.
How gorgeous is this? In a Zero, California Ferrari Portofino. This is a convertible, a 2+2 convertible with a retractable hardtop. And in this color, it looks absolutely amazing. And a color like this just has to be paired with silver wheels. And I especially love the dark blue brake calipers. Over here we've got one of my favorite vehicles here, an orange flame Bentley Bentayga V8. This color is just so unique and so rare. I rarely see this color. The last time I saw this color was on a Continental GT Coupe, but before that I saw it 3 years ago, so it's been a while. Now, I've been talking to a few of the employees here, asking them if they like this color on this car. Half of them said yes, and half of them said no. But I just absolutely love it. It's so unique, so bright, it pops so much. These wheels aren't my favorite, but overall this spec is just incredible. The only thing that can make this better though is changing the bright wear to black, making all of the bright chrome in the front black, surrounding the headlights, the tail lights, even giving it black wheels and the black flying bee wing vents. I think that would look awesome. Outside here we've got an Acura Nsx, and I can't say I'm a big fan of this car. I especially don't like the fake vents in the front, but let me know in the comments what you guys think of this. Here we've got two 458 Speciales in the showroom, a black one and a white one. Let me know which one you prefer, because I'm team black. Yeah. Upstairs is one of my favorite Ferraris, the 812 Superfast, a car with a 6.5 liter naturally aspirated V12 engine that makes 789 horsepower. It's the successor to the F12 Berlinetta, which only had a 6.3 liter naturally aspirated V12. I absolutely love this spec, the Grigio Silverstone Opaco paint, which is matte Grigio Silverstone. It has silver wheels and silver brake calipers, and if we take a look at this very bright interior, all red leather with white stitching, the white cavallino on the headrest, and of course loads of carbon fiber. As an option, some 812 Superfasts are equipped with a passenger digital screen, which would be right here, and the 812 Superfast badge would be on the leather right above that, but this one does not have that screen. It just has the badge right there. And that screen just shows the passenger information like current gear, current speed, and more. I love how much carbon fiber is here in the center. You've got your cup holder. You've also got more carbon fiber right here, and of course on the driver's zone with LED shift lights up top, and that's a $7,500 option to have the driver zone in carbon fiber. You've got your Manettino dial right here to change your drive mode and your engine start stop button, and your bumpy road mode to soften the suspension when you're driving on harsh roads. And knowing Ferrari, they pack all the buttons on the steering wheel, so you essentially never have to take your hands off of the wheel. So you've got your high beams, your turn signal indicators, your windshield wipers, and you've got 18 cubic feet of cargo space behind you. I'm not a big fan of the Ferrari Portofino, but I just have to show you this interior. This is the most unique Portofino interior I've ever seen. You've got black on the upper dash, but blue leather on the lower dash and on the seats, with red seat belts and red stitching. Let me know if you guys like this spec with the black exterior and carbon fiber Scuderia shields, which are an option. Every time I see red and yellow cars, I can't help but think of ketchup and mustard. So we've got turbo ketchup, naturally aspirated mustard. I love the 458 because it has a naturally aspirated V8 engine. The 488s are twin turbocharged, which still sounds decent, but there's nothing like the sound of a naturally aspirated Ferrari. So here it is, the Ferrari Roma, an all-new Ferrari model that's based on the Ferrari Portofino with a very simple and minimalistic design. It's named after Italy's capital, Rome, and it's designed to be a contemporary representation of the carefree, pleasurable way of life that characterized Rome in the 1950s and 60s. So while its design resembles Ferraris from the 50s and 60s, the Roma is packed with cutting-edge technology and impressive performance hardware. What I love about this car is just how beautifully sculpted it is. It doesn't look like it was shaped in a wind tunnel, and it doesn't have any dramatic scoops or vents. It has a very clean, classy design. Compared to the Portofino, the Roma is more expensive, with a starting price of around $225,000, and 70% of its components are entirely new. The Roma rivals the Aston Martin Vantage and the AMG GT, and a lot of people say this car looks very similar to those, especially the Vantage, the shape, the proportions, but I still think the Roma looks unique in its own way. Unlike the Portofino, this is a 2 Plus rather than a 2 Plus 2, and you can fold the back seats forward to allow more room in the trunk. The Roma has a 3.9-liter twin-turbo V8 engine that makes 612 horsepower and 561 pound-feet of torque. Ferrari claims it can sprint to 60 miles per hour in just 3.3 seconds on its way to a top speed of 199 miles per hour. Embodying a less is more philosophy, you have the option of removing the yellow Scuderia shield on the side of the car for a classier, smoother look. What's crazy is that the Roma is the 5th new Ferrari to be launched in 2019. Ferrari launched the F8 Tributo, the F8 Spider, the 812 GTS, and the SF90 Stradale. So here's the interior of the Roma. You've got a 16-inch digital instrument cluster, an 8.4-inch vertically mounted center screen, and a passenger screen. You've got upscale materials like leather on the seats, as well as Alcantara on the dashboard. You also have tons of Alcantara on the door here. The high center console creates 2 separate cockpits for the driver and passenger. And the Roma has a lot of haptic controls on the steering wheel, so less physical buttons and more touch buttons to control things in the digital instrument cluster. Even the drive modes are digital, but you still have the physical Manettino dial. This car has a 5-stage Manettino dial with a race mode. The Portofino only has 3, and And the Roma also has Ferrari's latest side slip control system to allow you to properly drift this car. So this is essentially a grand tourer that also shines on the track. What's cool is that to open the door, you don't have a lever or a door handle, you have a button. So you press this button and it pops the door open for you. Although this car doesn't look aero obsessed, it does have active aerodynamics. This section at the back is actually a movable spoiler that sits flush with the surrounding bodywork, but can pop up and deploy to 3 different heights depending on your speed and driving mode. So this piece can act as an air brake. So that's the Ferrari Roma, a car that's more expensive than the Portofino, but not quite as expensive as the 812 Superfast. So that was my visit to Ferrari Maserati of Long Island to check out the all-new Roma, as well as a few other cool cars. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.